the big headlines coming out of yesterday's meeting that it ended in a stalemate. Would we really call it a stalemate? And were there sharp exchanges between the Aam Aadmi Party leaders and Congress? What happened exactly?
Well, that is how, again, BJP tries to portray yesterday's meeting. But in a cricket match, if one player gets retired hurt and rest of the team fights together and wins the match, what will you call it? A failure? Or the story is about a player which himself retired hurt? So issue is not Arvind Kejriwal. He tried his best to derail yesterday's meeting. The efforts began days before this meeting was actually convened yesterday. Even a day before the meeting, Aam Aadmi Party made a very sharp attack on Congress Party, tried to provoke Congress Party into an equally intemperate response. And I think their calculation was that if we attack Congress Party very sharply, Congress will also retaliate and this meeting will be a failure. But Congress Party has the political sagacity, it has the political wisdom, and it believes in a certain political culture, which is not a culture of arm twisting others. It is not a culture of putting gun to your head and asking for a verdict. Congress doesn't believe in that. It's a mature political party.
What was Kejriwal or Aam Aadmi Party, if I may say, what were they trying to prove by being so insistent on the ordinance issue when they knew that the meeting was totally about a different agenda altogether?
I think Aam Aadmi Party has this tendency of giving themselves importance much more than the rest of the world. There are issues that every political party is facing from Modi government. There are issues that every state government is facing. But we fight our issues politically and we keep this coalition separate from our personal issues. I give you a scenario. In yesterday's meeting, if Congress Party started raising the issue of FCI's ban on sale of rice and wheat to Karnataka, so that Karnataka cannot rule out its promise of 10 kgs free grains to people, then what would have happened? If we had raised the issue of 4,500 crore rupees cut by central government to Himachal government, then if we had raised the issue of non-cooperation in rice bonus issue in Chhattisgarh, if we had raised the issue of misuse of agencies in Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan against our governments, if Stalin had raised the issue of misuse of CBI in Tamil Nadu against his excise minister last week, if Mamata Banerjee chose to raise the issues of the misuse of central agencies in West Bengal, if Hemant Soren raised the issue of attempts to disqualify him in Office of Profit case by the governor of Jharkhand, if CPM started saying things against them because Kerala has been at the receiving end of the governor's extra-constitutional actions, if all these parties who have a genuine grievance against Modi government, if they all started raising these questions in yesterday's meeting, just like what Arvind Kejriwal did, would there be any discussion on 24th elections? No. That is why in a real world, in a world which is organized, in a world where people have some wisdom, there is a set agenda for every party, every meeting, be it corporate, be it colleges, be it political parties, everywhere a meeting has an agenda. So you have to stick to that agenda. Yesterday's agenda was very clear. It was 2024 and its preparation. By raising an issue which is limited to Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal tried to bring focus on him because the entire country knows the attempt by Arvind Kejriwal is to show that I am important and rest you support me. It is not that Congress Party never supports up in parliament. In every single day of the parliamentary session, Mr. Kharge, who is the Congress president and the leader of opposition, he convenes meetings in his chamber. Aam Aadmi Party leaders attend almost every meeting. There's a free and frank discussion with them. Many cases, there are ideas by AAP leaders like Sanjay Singh. There are leaders like Raghav Chadha who put forward their points and which are accepted by not just Congress but all the parties. There's a collective decision making in parliament. It has been going on for last 2 years at least now. Why Arvind Kejriwal does not have faith in that structure, and why does he want to do something which derails the entire opposition unity's plans? What is the agenda of Arvind Kejriwal to derail this and also derail a well-honored, a well-developed practice in parliament where Aam Aadmi Party is also involved in a free and frank discussion, and all the political parties of opposition in parliament have been taking a collective stand, be it Pegasus, be it Adani issue, be it price rise, be it China issue. There are so many issues on which a practice has been developed in the last 2 years, and Aam Aadmi Party is part of that process. So Arvind Kejriwal has tried to discredit that process, which has been taking BJP head-on in parliament, and he has tried to derail this process, which wants to take BJP head-on in 2024. So it is up to Aam Aadmi Party to explain to people of India, why did it go on this path?
Right. But if you look at the press briefing yesterday, after yesterday's meeting got over, we saw all the big leaders, but Kejriwal was missing from that press briefing. And after that, we all saw that there was a statement from the Aam Aadmi Party, and they said that, if Congress cannot support on the ordinance issue, then probably they will not be part of any front. Now, where does this leave this opposition front vis-a-vis Congress's position and Aam Aadmi Party's position? Of course, you've clarified that now it is up to the Aam Aadmi Party and Kejriwal to clarify as to why they derailed the meeting. But what I want to know from you is that what is going to be the future of the opposition front when it comes to Kejriwal's positioning? Will Kejriwal be part of it? Or will somebody from this opposition front will try and talk to him, will try and make him understand that, look, what he did was wrong? Is that exercise also going to be something which is going to be unfolding in the coming days?
Well, Neeluji, after a 4.5 hours long meeting yesterday, there was a 1.5 hour long press conference. All the parties, barring Aam Aadmi Party, participated in the press conference. Did any one single leader raise the issue of Aam Aadmi Party? Did any one single party raise the issue of Aam Aadmi Party in that press conference? Is it not the answer enough how these parties are taking Aam Aadmi Party's tantrums yesterday? If all the parties are together and one person has walked out, then it is incumbent on that person and that party to prove to people of India that they are serious about fighting Modi. It is not incumbent upon these parties who have stuck together, who have decided to contest together, who have decided to fight BJP government together, which includes Congress party, of course. It is not incumbent on them to answer this question. It is incumbent on Aam Aadmi Party, who decided to walk out of the press conference, not be part of it, and rest of the parties stuck to the agenda. They did not even mention the word A, either for Arvind Kejriwal or the word A for Aam Aadmi Party in this press conference. I think that answer is before the nation. That should be heard. The loud sound of silence also sometimes speaks volumes.
Subscribe to the Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.